Hello everyone. This time I am giving a presentation on how to fill up your monthly returns, your F series monthly returns, how you have to fill up the F series monthly returns in the portal designed by Indian Bureau of Mines. This is the returns portal. You need to go to the URL ibmreturns.gov.in. Once you enter the URL, and this following the screen that you are seeing, you will be seeing this screen wherein there you will be finding four different logins. The first login is related to the filing of the returns in respect of minor. In this case, I would like to clarify there are when, when you file the returns for minor, it is on the basis of the type of registration or a particular business domain that you have made in the registration portal. Suppose you are registered for carrying out mining business, or you are registered for carrying out trading business, or end users, or for end users, or for mineral consumption, or just for storage. For those type of business, we have to file the returns to file returns others. And for specifically the persons who are involved purely in mining have to file the returns to file returns miner. And there is here another icon, you can see the mine owner. In the mine owner tab, the applicant concerned or the lazy concerned, he can see all the details of the mines or all the whatever storage locations, trading locations, whatever he has registered in the registration portal, that will be visible to him in the mine owner login. And in the mine owner login, at the same time, he can see the secondary user ID. Now, I will also help you to understand the difference between primary user ID and the secondary user ID. Primary user ID is basically used to log into the registration portal, wherein your registration number is your user ID and the password as you have generated the portal. Using the same user ID and password, you can log into the mine owner login, and when you are going to file the returns for the individual mines or for the individual trading locations or for the individual and use consumption locations, for those things you have to file the returns to file returns others. So first I am going to explain you how to file the returns for the miners. On clicking on that particular tab, you see this screen wherein the username and password is there. And as I have told you earlier, this is the secondary user ID in respect of the particular mine for which the miner is submitting the return. In this case, as you can see in the username 57 by 30 ORI 15001. 57 is basically the registration number that has been issued to the organization or the company. And 30 ORI 15001 is the mine code that has been allocated to that particular mine belonging to the registration number of the company, which is denoted by 57. So using these credentials, you can easily go inside to the miners portal. Now you know there are different type of forms, F1, F2, F3, depending upon the type of minerals which is found in your deed. So I am detailing you basically in respect of the form F1. So F1 is related to the iron ore leases, bauxite ore leases. These are all leases we have to file the returns as in format form F1. And presently, in respect of the annual returns, we have to file the returns, and that is being shown by the figure G1 in the current screen. So in the present dashboard, you can see that there are 4 or 5, 6 things in the left hand side of the panel, wherein it is written dashboard, monthly returns F1, annual returns G1, monthly old returns F1 and annual old returns G1. Earlier there used to be a portal wherein we used to collect the returns in the old format under as per MCDR 1988. So those returns were submitted earlier prior to April 2022. These you can see the PDF or the archived copy of the same things will be available here. Otherwise, all fresh returns that used to be filed in the portal with effect from April 2022 comes in this portal. So the monthly returns, annual returns, and then here you will see one more thing: the production proposal mining plan. Herein, the approved proposal of the mining plan. What is the approved proposal for the 5 years period or 3 years period? Whatever for the period of the last approved mining plan, whatever mining plan has been approved. So you have to enter the quantity of the production that has been reflected in the approved mining plan, and this quantity will again be reflected in the individual monthly returns. And the last tab, as you can see, is the All Users tab. All Users tab is the same tab which I described earlier, where you can generate the secondary user IDs in respect of the individual business domains. So here, as a sample case, you can see that 4 returns were submitted earlier, 9 returns have been replied, and there has no refer back, and all the 9 returns which has been replied have been accepted. This is the format of the return. Once you go and enter it, the numbers which are basically dim, which appears to be this dim, are the numbers which have been fetched from the registration portal. So you can't do any editing here. These are basically the details wherein the description of the mine, code, mineral that is being worked, its location, phone number, contact details, everything is being fetched from the registration portal. This is again the same page wherein the name and address of the lessee or the owner along with the fax numbers and the email concerned, which is being indicated by him or which has been provided by him in the registration portal, has been consumed in the returns portal, and you can see the details here. Now the third part, here you can see on the part 1 general and labor. Here the details of the rent paid, royalty paid, dead rent paid, payment made to the DMF, payment made to the NMAT. These all details which have been are needs to be entered by the applicant. Now continuing this, this page indicates the total number of days for which the mine has worked and the total number of days for which the mine has not worked. For example, if it is the case of March, the total number of days are 31, 23 number of days is the days for which the mine has worked, and he has to give the details of remaining 8 number of days for which the mine has not worked. This is the details of the average daily employment and the total salary paid, wherein the average daily employment figures and the salary paid figures in respect of all direct and contract labors are being consumed in the portal, and you can see a cumulative of the respective category of workmen in the screen. Now, these all things was related to the part 1, which contains the general details along with the employment details, wages, paid, etc. etc. Now, the second part of the return, this is the main part of the return wherein the production figures, wherein the cost figures are being captured. So, in the part 2 of the return, the production dispatches and stocks at mine head. Here, it reflects the opening stock, the production that the mine has made, and the closing stock of the particular mineral, both in respect of the open cast workings or in the respect of the underground workings, or if material is excavated from the existing dumps, it is in the dump working. In the next page, you can see the proposed production for the current financial year, the cumulative production for the current month, and the difference. Here, as you can see, the sample case it is 0. This indicates he has not updated the mining plan approved quantity details. Once he has entered the approved quantity from the approved mining plan, the same quantity will be reflected in this tab, and the cumulative production since the month of April will come under the next tab. And the difference you can see in the third tab, wherein you can easily identify what was the approved quantity and what is the production that has been achieved. The second part of this part 2 of the returns consumes the grade-wise production dispatches, stocks and expense. Herein, it contains the opening stock of the different grades of ore that has been produced. This is the case of limestone, wherein 5 types of grade have been consumed, which indicates the LD grade limestone, SMS grade limestone, blast furnace grade limestone, chemical grade limestone, and cement grade limestone. So the opening stock of these respective grades with the production of these respective grades along with the dispatches made from the mine in respect of these grades along with the closing stock of all the grades with the ex-mine price. And here there is already a definition for calculating there is already a procedure for calculating the ex-mine price for a captive mine, for a non-captive mine, and as per those rules which has been mentioned under Rule 45 of MCDR 2017, he is calculating the applicant has to calculate his ex-mine price and he has to input this ex-mine price into the portal. The next stage indicates whether any pulverization of the mineral has been done. It has been done in the own factory. If it has not been done in his own factory, maybe somebody else's factory or outside the list, then he has to furnish the details of the grade, the quantity of the mineral produced, the sizes, and the total quantity of such pulverized material which has been sold out. And the cost of the pulverization has also to be indicated. Thereafter, reductions made. If there is some cost incurred beyond the premises of the leases, so the cost incurred towards that particular head. Here, different heads have been indicated for which different sort of reductions have been created, like cost of transportation. It includes the distance that starts from the end of the lease boundary to the point where he has transported and disposed the mineral. So these are the different heads under which the particular applicant or the lessee is claiming the reduction. And in the last, the sales and dispatch section, he has to enter the different grade of mineral, what has been sold out, and what is the nature of dispatch, whether it is for the captive use, whether it is for a sale, domestic sale, whether it is for export or anything. In the next tab, you can see the registration number. If you enter the registration number, automatically the name of the consignee to which the mineral has been dispatched will be reflected the sale value, and here it is assuming that it is if it is an export, if the material has been exported, the country to which the export has been done. And in the next two tabs, 6 and 7, you have to indicate if there is an increase or decrease in production, the reason for the same, and if there is an increase or decrease in X mine price, reasoning for the same. Once the same is filled and submitted, you will get a pre-filled the submitted document in a PDF format, and he has to e-sign the document and submit it so that the final e-signed document can be transferred to the IBM man in the portal itself. In the similar manner, he has to fill up form 2. This is for a particular grade of mineral, and form 3 that is for a different type of mineral. So these forms F1, F2, F3 for different type of minerals. These are the monthly returns, and similarly the forms G1, G2, G3, which are for the annual returns, are to be filled and submitted by the applicants on time, failing which there is a penalty wherein he has to submit a compensation at the rate of a particular sum of money per day of delay for which he has not submitted the details to IBM. So this is all about returns portal that is on site and that is being used by all the applicants. And if there is any new user, He has also due to register himself in the registration portal and submit the returns on time. Thank you.